This is Hey Dad from Ziggy. Everyone except me went to bed shortly after you left. Etta was worried sick. I tried calling over and over. I let everyone know that you're here. I don't know if you could hear me, but I sat and talked with you a while. I figured just in case I should write it down for you. I'll make sure you hear it. I doubt you'll be able to keep it to one note, so I hope you're awake enough for a bit of a read. I know things in the family have been strained recently, and I know I'm to blame for a good portion of that. Even now, I go back to that day you asked me to leave, wondering if I should have. But when I see Flop, you, Etta, and Rue, I know where I never could. Seeing you in this hospital bed has put things into perspective for me. No matter what you say, what you do, where you go, even if you decide you don't want me there, you are still my family. I will not walk away from you no matter what. I understand we have a different point of view on most things these days. We have and will continue to bump heads with that stuff. I value that more than you know. To be unchallenged is to live in ignorance. That being said, I will never, never let that get in the way of this family, even if it may for you. Even if you decide that line has been crossed, I will never give you an ultimatum. They told me there was alcohol in your system when they found you. I don't want you to feel like you have to fight this alone. Clash as we may, you are my family, Richard. Matt is my family. There is nothing and no one at the bottom of a bottle. Let us be there for you both. I never want to bring up Cody on my own because I do not feel like it's ever been my place to, but it seems like there is something there to be addressed. Maybe I'm overstepping, but I hope that we can talk about it at some point. All in all, I love you, Dad. I'm sorry I didn't get there in time to stop them. They tried to break into the ICU to come see you or something, but we made sure they stayed out. You're gonna figure this out, okay? Please make sure to get a hold of us when you wake up. Your kids need you, your grandkids need you, your husband needs you, and frankly, you need them. You better fucking wake up, Richard. Thank you again for everything, even if I've been difficult. One of your kids, Ziggy. You were fine, Unicorn. Thank you for the roleplay. Damn it. Fuck yeah. Thing. Wrong. Oh, no. All right. No, ditch. It'll be fine,
Come on, Matt.
Cody.
What did you just do?
Thank you.
You
Thank
get
you.
money.
What? Donation to my
Wait,
cruiser.
stop crying.
How much?
What?
How much?
$100.
What?
What? Stop.
Why? Don't.
$100, Pixie? Do you know how much I could
There
do
you
with
go,
100?
son.
Thank you, Dad. I appreciate it.
How much was that?
We appreciate you both equally.
Exactly.
My mouse was dead. My mouse was dead. Don't panic. Fucking kill this. Fucking hell.
God. Hello.
I'm coming to your 911. Okay, Dark. We got
There's a
units
car.
coming.
There's a car following me.
What kind of car?
It's like a black two-door.
We got a few of
I'm
them.
on Vinewood
Yeah, I'm on
right
the phone. One
now.
second. Where exactly are you, Richard?
I'm driving. Towards the vault. I'm driving towards the vault.
Driving to the Vinewood Vault.
I'm just driving slow. It's behind me. It's been following me for a while, but I didn't know whether it was following me. But it's parked up behind me at the side of the road.
It's a black where are you, Richard?
I'm next to the vault now.
Are you on Clinton? Oh, this is you in front of. Oh,
Yeah.
the black two-door.
It's right. I can see it behind me right now. That one's been following me.
Richard. I think it's Ziggy.
What?
Ziggy, is that you? You're freaking out, Richard. It's Ziggy, Richard. It's Ziggy and Etta. Richard's okay. I'm with him. And it's Ziggy and Etta, Richard.
What? I thought.
I know you were. Do you remember them? I know your memory loss was.
Why are they following me?
Ziggy's your son, Richard.
Yeah.
And Etta's your daughter. Do you not want them to follow you?
No, I don't think so.
You don't want them to follow you?
No.
Okay.
You good, Richard?
Yeah, I'm okay.
Paul. Paul, can you go to the Vigero that's parked back behind us and tell him, like, Richard doesn't want them following him right now?
Yep.
Sorry, I didn't know.
No, you're fine. You're absolutely fine, Richard.
I thought it was that car again.
Yeah. That's why I hurried up and got units to you.
Yeah, thank you.
Of course.
Do I should probably who do I need to give a statement to?
You can give one to me. You want to go have a chat?
Yeah.
Do you want to just do it here? Or you want to go somewhere?
Let's go somewhere else. Maybe Miss Monroe or something.
Somewhere. Where'd you say? Sorry.
Like Miss Monroe. You know.
Mission Row? Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll meet you at Mission Row.
Okay.
We have no units. We cannot help you. You are gonna have to just run for your life.
Hello.
Yeah, it's me. I'm just making
Oh,
sure you're okay.
hi, Scott. Yeah, I'm on my way.
Ziggy and Netta just wanted to make sure you weren't alone since you were just released. That was all.
Yeah, well, I'll be there in a few minutes.
I'm here. We'll be waiting for you. Okay.
Okay.
Rhodes is awake as well. I don't know if you've gotten a chance to talk to him. He just woke
Yeah.
up. He sounds like he just rolled out of bed. So
Okay. That's nice. Okay, thanks, guy.
okay, I'll see you when you get here. Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
I can pretend they don't exist, regardless of how close they were to me. I can and will drop a relationship, a friendship, anything.
After my final leave, do you want to go on a date?
We have no units. We cannot help you. You are going to have to just run for your life.
Oh.
I'm in the
Oh, there you are. Yeah. Hey,
yeah.
you wanna come in here?
Hey,
Hey, honey.
honey, yeah. Hey,
I just got here. Here.
good to see you.
It's good to see you as well. Sorry, a little under the weather, but we'll make do. We'll make do.
You
Here,
sick?
a little. Nothing major. Here, let's go inside.
After you.
Go. And go in the dispatch room.
Sure.
Yeah.
Actually, could we go somewhere I could sit down?
Yep.
Because,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm
Here,
not
we
too good
can
on
just go
my
back
foot.
right out here so you can sit on one of the chairs out here.
Thank you.
Sit on one of the chairs in the corner. Make it
Oh,
easier
sorry.
for you. There we go. Is that better?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
better.
Alrighty, Dark. As best as you can remember, what is your recollection of events that led to you being hospitalized?
Hmm. Well, we. Hmm. Sorry, I can get a glass of water or something. You haven't got a drink, maybe?
E- do you have anything, Ritz?
I
Otherwise,
do.
I've got.
I do.
Thank
Okay.
you. And we couldn't
You
do.
need food as well?
Could we go somewhere more private? I don't mean to be a pain.
No, you're fine. That's kind of why I wanted to go dispatch room, but we can go. Are you gonna be okay to go upstairs?
Yeah, I can handle some
There's
stairs.
There's a couch upstairs that we could use. That way you can still
Okay.
sit.
Yeah,
That
I'm
works.
sorry.
No,
Okay.
no need to apologize.
You are just fine. We can go upstairs. I have to. I would offer to go out even outside of PD, but Madison Bancroft is hunting me, wants to kill me. So
What?
Yeah.
Why?
because I arrested her that day, you saw her in the cells. I made her go $100,000 in debt. Well, I didn't make her go. Her actions made her go, but yeah.
Shame.
Sky, the craziest thing is 7 months ago, she was bragging about being filthy rich.
Yeah, sounds like it was all an act.
Yeah, I'm not
And just make
surprised.
sure you hold on to the railings and you can lean on
I'll be
Reds, right?
behind you.
Yeah. We got our couch up here. Is this better for you, Richard?
Yeah. This will do.
Yeah?
Has that
Thank you.
couch always been there?
It's been there since Max was commissioner, like when he first started being commissioner.
Oh my gosh.
There you go. I've definitely heard and read some statements and stuff about what happened, but I need to hear it from you. What happened, your recollection of it, as best as you can. And take your time.
Okay. It's a little foggy, yeah. In places, but the most part, so okay, yeah. Uh, I'd had a rough day. Yeah, difficult one. And on the same day, I got a weapons license from Jerry Janet. And I can't think of the place.
City Hall?
Yes, City Hall. Sorry. Yeah. And then I drove to Sandy. Bought myself a firearm. Then I went to the Yellow Jack. And I drank. Then I did something stupid. And I drove. Drove down to the city. I was upset. I drove around. I can't really remember much or how long I drove around for, but I think it was a while. Tried to call some people, but nobody picked up. Tried calling some more people, but nobody picked up. And after I don't know how long, I ran into that car, the black one, with, I don't know for sure, but it sounded like McGregor. In they were at the what's that place called? On Power Street, where you get changed.
The payroll?
Yeah. I drove up over there and they ran out and spotted me and came out, and I can't remember much about what was said, but they normally come after me. It's not the first time. So I took off anyway, and they started chasing me. And they'd done it a couple of days prior anyway. Anyway, this time when they were doing it, I shouted that I got a gun. I didn't use it or nothing. I don't want to use it. Maybe I should have. Maybe that was a mistake. No, I just try to ward them off, you know. But I think that only made them want to come after me more. And yeah, they rammed into me a few times and crashed into me, and yeah, it hurt a lot. And then I started chasing them back. Ask me why, I couldn't really tell you. But I chased them all the way from San Andreas and Elgin all the way down to the Palomino Apartments. Yeah. Don't know what I was doing. Then I guess my brain switched back on and I drove off. And then they kept on chasing me. I managed to el- el- elude. I said, elude them 2 times, which gave me a chance to call 911, but then they found me next to Mission Row. Alice told me. Yeah, Alice called me.
We have no units. We cannot help you. You are gonna have to just run for your life.
And told me to come to Mirror Park. So I drove to Mirror Park, being chased by other criminals, and I got there and there were cops. And there was a cop that was right behind that car full of criminals. That flipped the U-turn and left me to my devices. And then I watched as they pushed me backwards or forwards. I can't really remember. And then the car started filling up with water. I tried the handle. It wouldn't open. I think the seatbelt must have got jammed because I couldn't open it. And then, yeah. And it all goes, dark.
Do you have any clue at all who it was that the officer that saw you and flipped a U-turn?
I think it was a scout. I sorry. I understand if you need to read me my Miranda and ask me more questions, because whether it's for DUI or criminal negligence of a firearm or anything, I understand. I will answer your questions honestly.
How many units do we have on DD roads? Oh god.
Not many, unfortunately.
That's the second time his bank's been robbed today.
6 units, including us. ideally, I don't want to leave. Um, but also I understand if I have to.
Um, let me call Jimmy.
Hmm.
I can and will drop a relationship, a friendship, anything.
Uh,
We'll be fine.
all right.
Here's what I'm gonna do. I am going to read you your rights, but it's just for technicality's sake for now, okay? So at this time, you do have the right to remain silent. Anything you say or do can and will be used against you in the court of law. You have the right to an attorney. If you cannot afford one, one will be provided by the state if available.
Dad, I put a
Do
bullet
you
in somebody's
understand your
head because they
rights?
moaned in my ear.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll do it again.
Do you remember anything else that was said that Alice said to you
I
on the
don't
phone?
regret what I did one bit.
Sorry. Anything else, Alice? What? Sorry. What?
We have no units. We cannot help
Did
you.
Alice
You are
say
gonna have to just
anything
run
else
for your
to you on the phone besides just telling you to go to Mirror Park?
He said we have no units. We cannot help you. You're gonna have to run for your life.
God damn it. Okay. You said you had a firearm on you.
Yeah.
Do you still have it?
No. I have a magazine and a couple box of ammo that soaked through. But that's it.
So your firearm was taken?
Didn't give it to anybody, so I would have to assume as much.
Do you have the serial number of your firearm?
No.
Why were you drinking?
Family problems.
Do you remember how much you had to drink?
No. I mean, I remember ordering at least 2 whiskeys. I don't know whether I had any more than that.
I'm so sorry, Dark. If I was on duty, I would have done things differently. You only recognized McGregor's voice? Did you recognize anybody else in the black car?
Honestly, I don't remember. I just the one person's voice I can remember, it's McGregor from Paywall. Everything after that was just get away from that car, you know?
I understand. I don't think I have any more questions for you right now, Dark. I'm just glad that you made it. Do you have any questions for me?
No, I don't think so.
No? Okay. I don't believe we've gotten a firearm retrieved that was registered to you. Double check. No, we have not. Which means whoever hasn't been caught with it yet. I will,
Was this the day you got your weapons license?
Yeah.
Okay. Sky, I'm not sure if it's just me, but I can't see his license history to see when that was issued.
I can't see it either, but I know the report, what day it was.
Okay.
Let me pull it up. It would have been the 9th of July. A week ago.
Oui.
Yeah, it's been a week, Richard.
Sky, are you okay with me documenting his profile? Oh, you got it, actually.
I've got it noted and what report it may be tied to. Alrighty, that's documented. As of right now, I don't think I have anything else to ask you.
All right.
Yeah. If you need anything at all, please, you have my number.
Is
Actually, oh, go ahead.
is Alice doing okay?
I haven't seen Alice in a couple days now. Me and her had a disagreement on actually how she handled your situation. And she's quite unhappy with me, and I haven't seen her since. Yeah, it's mostly for your roads. Have you talked to Flop at all?
Barely.
You okay?
Probably. He's fine. You'll probably want to talk to him soon, though. I'll let him tell you why. I'm not gonna involve myself in family matters.
All right. I'll reach out to him.
Okay. I'm
Appreciate
gonna
you,
go.
Sky.
I'm gonna go get all of these documented in the report, and I'll let you guys have some time, okay? Let me know if
All
either
right.
of you need anything.
Will do.
Thank you.
Well, I'm likely in the same boat as Sky. Don't really. I don't like how it was handled. Now, obviously, that's from the outside looking in, but anytime something happened with Remington, Alice would drop everything. And regardless of what the call was, unless people were actively being shot, there's no reason that there were no units available. Last thing that I would expect this police department to say or do is, there's no units, we can't help you, you're going to have to run for your life. This police department has had 7 months to figure this out. 7 months. And right now, last I checked, we had 6 units on duty. Should be a fucking crime. um How are you feeling?
I've felt better.
Um So Etta did call me and explain what happened. Um Specifically regarding you being in the hospital and there being some damage that can hopefully be resolved with therapy and whatnot. Um, she did continuously apologize, and then she mentioned Rue, and honey, I'm not gonna lie, I pretty much shut down right there and said I don't want to hear about Rue, not once. And if you can't respect that boundary, hang up. I can't. I can't. And maybe she didn't have the information regarding me being the first person on that scene, or one of the first people on that scene, and I explained that to her. But
I'll do it again.
honey, I'm sorry.
I don't regret what I did one bit.
I hate that I have to sit there and question whether or not somebody in our family is the person who committed a violent felony. And whether or not I can be involved in whatever investigation exists. And I noticed what you did in that conversation, and I'm not surprised. It's to be expected from you, truthfully. And I'm not going to stop you. I know I should. I'm not going to, because I know the type of person you are. And I know that you are forthcoming with everything you do, especially regarding the law in this case. But I need you to remember that there are much bigger issues to tackle, honey. Don't intentionally push yourself to get arrested. It's not necessary.
As you rightfully say, this PD has had 7 months. I shouldn't have to push anything for them to arrest me.
You're right, but you knew what you were doing when you told her to read you your Miranda rights.
Because I can't sit there and object to the actions of those in our family and then defend myself against, you know, the things that I've done. It would make me a hypocrite. That's the last thing I want to be.
The major difference, though. One is mistake or decision. Bad judgment call on how much you thought you could drink. Right? Because there is an amount you can drink before it's too much, right? And then there's willingly deciding to take somebody's life. And intent is the important aspect. You go on something or into something with the intent to hurt somebody, with the intent to kill somebody, whatever it is. It's far different than drinking to take your mind off things and trying to just distance yourself, have temporary relief from whatever it is going on. And then things getting out of control. Those are two far different things. But I don't know what to say, truthfully. Six units, honey. 6. We have 7 months. And of the 6, me, Sky, are the 2 who were around for the skeleton crew, and Sky was a hire afterwards. Forte, I think, shortly after. Frost, shortly after. And then, Jules and Greenway. So essentially, all the recruitment over the past 7 months has gotten Jules and Greenway. Let that sink in. And it's got nothing to do with money. Apparently, we get paid very well at the moment. We can't encourage people to do this job with money. We can't encourage people to do this job on the basis that they're family. We can't even seemingly pretend that we're family at this point. Considering the best that gets you is we have no units, we can't help you. You're going to have to run for your life.
We have no units. We cannot help you. You're going to have to
There's
just
one
run for your...
thing, and I know you are going to take responsibility in whatever it is you did. That's just the type of person you are, and I'm never going to attempt to change that about you or dissuade you from doing so. But despite that, regardless of whether or not you made a bad judgment call, whatever that situation was boils down to a complete failure in this police department. You can't tell me that an officer was sitting behind the car that ended up doing this to you, made a U-turn and drove off. Because any competent police officer, after having heard what's going on, is not going to break off from a situation like that. It wouldn't even matter if we had to drag you out of the car and put you in the police car and drag you to another scene with us. There's no excuse for why that happened. I don't know.
I don't know either. Because as much as there's cops like you and Sky and, Sky called me, well, there was a car following me today when I drove from the house to here. Thought that it was Ziggy and Etcher, but I didn't know they were following me. I got confused. And I called the police because I thought it might have been that car again. And Sky called me straight away and asked me where I was, and 5 cop cars turned up. I guess the issue is that Sky is not always going to be around, and you're not always going to be around. It's a consistency thing, and much as I trust you and cops like you, I think what happened to me, and not even that I necessarily blame Alice. I don't think she had bad intentions. I think it was just a failure.
I mean, again, I wasn't present for the situation, but I can't fathom someone like Alice who already had to deal with the fallout of Remington and Madison and breaking off from calls to deal with that. Same thing with Sky. Sky did the exact same thing for Remington. I can't unless truthfully there were no units. I can't. I don't know the situation of whichever officer was nearby. Genuinely, just no idea. I don't know if they were going off duty. I don't know if they were responding to another call. I have no idea. But it truly does boil down to a department-wide failure across the board. We're back in the past 2-3 days. We're back to skeleton crew numbers. And to make matters worse, half the time there's no EMS available.
Yeah.
But we seemingly have an infinite pool of people to pull from who need to be trained, have a lot of time and resources allocated to them, trained by people who are completely burnt out and unwilling to train at the moment. I mean, call me naive, but when Turner was captain, I distinctly recall having a conversation with him and expressing interest in being an FTO. And the reason I did it was because I wanted to contribute to the solution and not the problem. You know, I sat there and I brought up facts. I brought up the numbers, our roster, how disastrous it was, and finally, when there was seemingly a light at the end of the tunnel, when we were told that recruitment's going to happen, interviews are going to be happening, people are going to be coming on, it's like, okay, you know what, I will FTO. And when I found out the way in which we were prioritizing new hires was taking on people with very little experience to immediately burn out the entirety of what little staff we had left, I lost it. I lost all interest right then and there. I had zero desire to be a senior officer, and reason being, I didn't want responsibility. I'll be a run-of-the-mill police officer with zero responsibility above, I'm not going to say the bare minimum because I've never been a bare minimum person, but I don't like where things are. And truthfully, if things don't change here in the next few months, I don't even know if I'm going to be in the police department. There's only so much I can subject myself to day in and day out for years on end and have it go so well. I've seen the tippity top of where a police department can be, and I feel we are at rock bottom at the moment. Thought we were at rock bottom 7 months ago, but when you take into account all the time and effort spent in the past 7 months to train people, to replace people who have left, to train people, to replace people who have left, train people and replace people who've left. Crazy. It's insane.
You can only look out for this department for so long before you have to start looking out for yourself. And I think that time's coming.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Oh my God. Have you seen any legislation changes?
Yeah, I read them on my Neuralink while I was on my incubator. No, I haven't read any legislation, honey.
Well, I don't know. Maybe there is a light at the end of the tunnel. Apparently we have some new authority, the state marshals, who are pretty much going to oversee the police department. And I guess sort of take complaints and if anything sort of strays from the norm, whether that be Mission Row being stormed or anything to that extent, they have the ability to seemingly be far more equipped and prepared to deal with situations like that. And do you know who was on duty yesterday?
Oh.
Call sign TBD.
Oh.
Kyle Pred. Now, say what you want about Kyle. I know
A lot of
y'all.
things I want to say about Kyle.
Mm-hmm. Say what you want about him. There's something he excelled at greatly. And it was something briefly displayed by the mayor or commissioner, which was kind of being the tank for the police department, pointing the police department in the right direction, giving them some directive, giving everyone a common task that we could all work towards collectively in a large group of people, get morale up. Nobody who knew Pred can doubt his ability to keep morale up when it otherwise was pretty much at rock bottom. Didn't matter if it was the tiniest of things. And don't get me wrong, for some people you do the complete opposite.
Sure.
You catch him on the wrong day. And yeah, was he unhinged? Absolutely. He was. But and I will openly admit Pred's a good leader. He also acknowledges when speaking to the right people. where he lacks, which is where I came in, which is where Hall came in, which is where Angel came in, and everybody else. And
Sorry, do you know where
no,
Sky is?
I don't. Long story short, honey, he knew his shortcomings and intentionally surrounded himself with people who he could trust to do those jobs around him with very little, if any, interference from him. He surrounded himself by people who would not just be yes men, to just agree with every crazy idea he had. His ideas were always outlandish, always over the top. And the one thing I always say is that me and everybody else around, again, all of command and high command within BCSO, PBSO, CPD, whatever you want to call it, could pull him to center, because despite us having disagreements, we never shut each other out. Not once. Not once in the years of leading the police department did we ever disagree and be upset with each other. We would disagree, we'd have conversations, we'd come to a middle ground. And unfortunately, other people in leadership positions may not have the same mentality. Again, I don't think you should surround yourself with people who think just like you, because you're never going to get challenged. And if you're never challenged and you're comfortable, you're not going to do. Are you good?
Yeah.
If you're comfortable and you're not challenged, you're not going to change. When things start lacking, when people are no longer interested in doing their job, if you're not going to be willing to do something a little over the top, guess what? People aren't going to be interested. It is what it is.
New Pred's a gang member, right?
I didn't know. But in saying that, ever tell you how I never actually thought Kyle Brett or Pred deserved to be the sheriff, but never doubted his ability to lead?
I've never heard you deflect like a politician better than you just did. It was impressive, man.
Well, you didn't let me finish.
Go on.
Pred's the person to try to make the best of the situation he's in. I mean, the likelihood of him being in the police department before, slim. I don't even know what he's done gang related, truthfully. Though I firmly believe he would take the job seriously.
Yeah, I don't. He took the sheriff seriously. I think he was arguably the best sheriff we had when you look at statistically. But he's also openly admitted to me recently that in his tenure as sheriff, he embezzled funds from the BCSO and PBSO accounts, that he burnt down buildings, and that he tried to kill Kiki Pendragon, all in his time as sheriff. And that he's a gang member now.
Honey, you ever think that he said these things just to get a rise out of you? Knowing full well he wanted you to be IA, and then you were, and then the moment you sort of attempted to do anything to Pred, it was like, hey, no, No, I need you to be IA, but not like that. Again, I'm not saying he's perfect, and yeah, he fucked up. There are certain things he definitely fucked up.
Mate,
But
there comes a point in blind belief when it goes from this guy's great to it being a cult. And you dismissing the things I just told you don't sound great.
it's not that I'm dismissing them. Truthfully, listen. I believe he actually did all of those things. There isn't a doubt in my mind. But what do we do? If he's already in this position, what do we do? The cards are dealt.
I'm not saying we do anything. I'm just, but to say that he's the light at the end of the tunnel, I have to disagree with you. It's, it's like saying that the commissioner was going to be the be-all, end-all hope for the PD. Was he a good short-term solution? Yeah. Where is he?
I should fucking hate the commissioner. Despise, even.
Just like Fred, that guy had a past. And those kind of people don't change. You said the state marshals, they're dealing with complaints? What does that mean?
I don't know exactly how it is they're being positioned. All I know is that they have some authority over the police department. However, despite legislation indicating they're law enforcement officers, they are not patrolling. Like, they can be on duty, but they're not responding to calls. And I don't know the exact requirements. I don't know if it's something you're interested in. Genuinely, I have no idea, honey. But if it is, I mean, if you were to ask me, this has you written all over it.
Well, Fred's like running the show.
No, I believe Angel, maybe. I just know that I saw Pred on duty yesterday with a call sign of TBD, telling Ryo Jr. of the Besties he's an attorney, but he can't represent him.
Might be because that's his gang.
Possibility, but I don't know, honey. This is kind of sounding like internal affairs with the red button to enact things if and when necessary.
I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I sat in that room all day, pretty much every day, answering calls and getting cops to people like me who need help. And the one time I really needed help, I was told there was no units and that I would have to just hope and pray and just run.
We have no units. We cannot help you. You are going to have to just run for your life.
So I'm not doubting that there's good people in this department, but I can't lie and say that that all my trust is still there.
Honey, ignore the shot that's gonna get fired. Someone's doing a ballistics test.
And then with the family,
I'll do it again. I don't regret what I did one bit.
it feels like it's just me and you. I mean, who disagree with what happened to, well, we know what happened.
Mm-hmm.
Dad, I put a bullet in
Renetta
somebody's
called me
head
earlier.
because they moaned in my
She-
ear.
She specifically brought up that she's not the same person that she was before. And I pretty much told her, listen, you don't have to explain that to me. You don't. Because that conversation that she had was with you and whoever else was there. And I can't make
You can't make
decision as to
decisions,
whether or
yeah.
not.
I get it.
If I was there and I heard how she said it, when she said it,
Mm-hmm.
with context, that's different. But her telling me that she's not the same that she was before, it means nothing.
Yeah.
It means nothing because if in that moment she decided to say, Judas deserved what was coming, or whatever. Again, I don't actually know what was happened, but essentially, if she said that, my opinion of her would change drastically. And
She didn't say that. She, hold on.
when you described it to me, though, you had made mention of nobody there was against it. Nobody spoke out except you.
I said that it essentially I said to Etcha, did Judas deserve to die because of the words that he said or text? And she responded to that by saying she responded to that by saying that she got, or either she got, I can't remember exactly what she said, but she either got someone or shot someone in the past, or I think it was moaning in her ear or something, basically justifying Rue's actions.
Well, honey, I don't know if you remember, but many years ago, there was a period of time in which it really was you and I against the world.
Yeah.
You remember leaving the police department, sheltering up in Chiliad, putting out a news announcement indicating all of the wrongdoing that was admitted to.
Yeah, I think I was a wanted terrorist.
I'm just saying, if it ever came down to it, I'd be by your side. Now, there's nothing here right now specifically, but if it ever came down to it, don't get me wrong, I love Flop, love Etta, love Ziggy. But if they all ultimately decide to change the path of their life in a way in which we are heavily against, at the end of the day, we'll still have each other. And should an opportunity arise for us to let them know that things need to change, we can tell them. You know what I say all the time. You can lead a horse to water. You can't make him drink.
Thanks, honey.
I love you. Always have and always will.
Love you too. You know what skies are about with Flop?
Not a clue. Not a clue. Let me see if there's any reports.
He spoke to me a day or two before I went to hospital, and he was taking some time off work. I told
There's nothing
him,
wrong with that.
you know, he should do whatever feels right, and I think he was having some issues with work and stuff.
Did you say what kind of issues?
Like if he had to pull over like the people that kidnapped him, that kind of thing. Like whether he'd be able to do it. He was a bit
Reasonable.
scared. And I told him that's not a bad thing. It's a good thing to be scared. It's just about learning to control it and stuff like that. So, I don't know whether he's made a decision on that.
You think it's something that's not gonna pass? I don't want to say pass. That's the wrong term. That makes me sound shallow. Ugh. You know what I mean.
I don't know. You know, I was saying that spoke to Flo And it's not. I don't know.
Honey, I hope you realize that there is no talking to just Flop or just Ziggy or just Etta. Considering everything that's happened, they're all collectively going to be together.
I don't think I need to talk to any of them anymore. I think I've realized that, I'm not mad at them. I'll be honest. I think I'm the problem.
What makes you think that?
Imagine when you go to a carnival, right?
Mm-hmm.
And there's like, you call the cars that go around in the track, like go-karts.
Yeah.
You go on a go-kart track, and everyone's going around one way. If I get in the car and I start going around the other way, who are you gonna call the problem? Me. I'm gonna point at all the other people and say, those guys are the problem. You're gonna point at the one that's got going the wrong way round the track. Everybody else, when I spoke to him the other day, had the same opinion. That Judas deserved what he got. So I'm the one who's causing rifts in the family. I'm not holding it together anymore. So the logical solution is to step away.
Honey. While I think you're right in saying you may be going the opposite way, you should first remember that while everyone originally started on that track, they were all going the same way. And then Ziggy turned around. And then Flop turned around. And Rue, don't know how she got there, but she started going the same way as Ziggy and Flop. And then Etta turned around. And so I think you're forgetting here that you're the only person going in that original direction. You haven't changed, but the people around you have. And you can't be expected to take on this new norm of everybody going the opposite way. It's not feasible. It just isn't. People change. People adapt to their environment. People start sort of sacrificing their ethics, their morals. And that's something that I can firmly say without hesitation you have never done.
Well, I think that's it. I can't anymore. I have. I've stretched them far and wide, and I can't really sleep because of it. I can't do it anymore. And I don't think it's right for me to keep butting heads and causing fights because of it. Don't just force my will and moral compass upon people. So the better thing to do is just leave them to it.
can see where things go. And it's so hard for me because I wasn't present for that conversation, but whatever your choice is, I 1,000,000% support you and will follow you through with whatever it is. Because much like you, I'm on that same track, going the original direction before everybody around us started turning around. And if that means that the entire world around us is now going the opposite way, listen, I don't know about you, but I would be content and I would be able to sleep at night knowing that I stuck to what I morally believe in. And don't confuse that with me being sassy and saying things to get a rise out of people or anything to that extent. I may say very messed up things, okay? But I truly, truly, truly would never want anybody to get harmed. That's the reality. And so despite what I may say to get a rise out of people, I don't actually want anyone ever getting hurt.
Yeah. All right.
I don't know about you, but I am not in the right mindset to have a conversation with the others regarding everything. But number one, because Rue is very likely to be brought into it multiple times. I mean, I'm distancing myself from the investigation, but it still puts me in an incredibly awkward position. Regardless. And I don't want it to happen.
I do whatever you think is right, honey. I'll I'll be by your side, whatever happens.
I appreciate that. You need a ride anywhere?
My car's outside. I'm all right.
You sure?
Yeah. Think I got some thinking to do, and I might go give that legislation a read.
I think that'd be a good idea. There's a lot, though. Take your time.
Okay.
I mean, not even I have gone through everything. There's so much. In fact, there's a PD TLDR. That's how long it is.
Okay. Well, thanks for talking to me.
Are you heading home?
No, I'll at the end of the courthouse for a bit. I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I'll give you a call in a bit if you're staying around. Let you know what I'm doing.
All right. Sounds good.
Okay.
Love you, Annie.
Love you too.
If you need anything, I'm on duty, and you are my top priority.
Okay. All right. Well,
All right.
you go, because I'm gonna be slow. So.
Do you have your keys with you?
Yeah, I can get out of here.
All right.
I'll be all right. I'll go this
You
way.
sure?
Yeah.
All right.
After my final day bed, do you want to go on a date? Ice cream, nice long walk along the beach, you know. Then we fuck.
Hey, Richard.
Hey, guy.
Oh.
Thank you for helping me out today.
And if you need anything, let me know, okay?
Okay.
Are you going back out or
Yeah, yeah, I'm heading out.
okay? Do you have anybody that's gonna be with you or
I'll be all right.
okay?
Man, just let me head
Yeah.
into the lobby. Thank you.
Yes, I will. Mhm. It's unlocked for you.
Thanks.
Okay, stay safe. Okay, I'm. It is about time for me to go to bed though, so please, call 911 or call Rose or whatever if anything happens. Okay.
All right. Thanks, guy.
All right.
Halo, sir.
You're all right, Mike. Watch out! Stop being lewd. Yeah, drink of water. Yota, why are you looking at me like that? Alright, it's not a stop and go stay anymore. It sucks. I need to pee really bad. Dude, Kirby was, that was some good RP, dude. I didn't do nothing. I hope you're enjoying the RP, guys. I am. Rhodes fumbled the bag in the middle there. Not wrong. Not wrong. Yo, where should we go? As I lie. Luckily, Dark has brain damage so he can forget. True. Actually, I need to go somewhere and park up because I need to pee yet. And I don't want to get held up or nothing. Where can I do that? I do it in the hospital parking lot really quick. Yeah, I'll be honest. Quick little insight. As much as Matt... Okay, this is one of those where... This is one of those things. This is where... You know, I don't want to... I'm not trying to... This is not like a... God, how do I do this without trying to make it seem like a weird brag? But I'm not trying to, like... Docs is not just like a flat character, right? He has like complex emotions that I'm trying to think of here. In like, he is feeling alone, right? And that it gets added on to by Matt having the same thoughts as the others for Pred, right? Where he's like justifying criminal activity, but at the same time, for Dark, he almost feels, apart from Flop really, he almost feels like Rhodes is like his everything, right? He's all he's got left. So when Rhodes comes in afterwards and is like, you know, I'll do anything for you, and you know, I'll be there. It's not like he's not gonna forget about it, but he can't. He will look past that a little bit, but he won't forget about it, right? But he also doesn't want to be alone, so he's not gonna be so angry at Rhodes for it that he's just gonna leave them. Like he in his head is like, I'm leaving the rest of them, right? He wants to hear what he wants to hear. Exactly. Anyway, I'm gonna be back in a sec. All right, I'm back, but I'll leave it a couple minutes because that was a long stint of RP. Oh fuck, I need to get a drink anyway. That was a long stint of RP without a break. So get a drink. Have a break. Have a Kit Kat. Must have a drink of water. Fuck. Fuck. Ice cream? What flavor, man? Tell us now. Uh-oh. That's some vanilla, strawberry, and chocolate. Neapolitan? Get out of here. Get out of here. You're just wasting a third of the chocolate because no one's ever eaten the strawberry. At least I wouldn't. What is this, Ricky? What is this? Hold on. Chat when Matt started justifying bread, but safety telling Rich and he loves the support. They had us in the I'm not gonna lie. God damn it, Ricky. True though, actually true. That grey car's rolled past twice. Let's do a roo. If it rolls past one more time, we're fucked and we're getting kidnapped. He clutched it up at the end, yeah. He really made fucking whistleblower canon. To be fair, I think it's been canon before because I've mentioned it. I think I've mentioned it in character. I think I have anyway. I think I have. I don't think I've mentioned it explicitly. It's roll past again. Is there a hunting party? Is there a hunting party for ADMC or something? I think I've said it like I always say it's in a different state or something like that. Is it not supposed to be canon? Yeah, when it's always like a different 2.0, 3.0 or something, it's always like, me. Should it be canon or not? Well, to be fair, 3.0 into 4.0 is always canon. But it is. It isn't, but... His sick drift here. Yeah. 3.0 was a reset for everything? Yeah. I like that it is canon. Is that Ziggy? That might have been Ziggy behind us. No, 3.0 was not a continuation, no. It was like a sunset. I think we literally got a sunset. Because I remember the last scene was on Grapeseed Airfield. Grapeseed Airfield, and there was a sunset over Mount Gilead. And I think that was the last scene of 2.0 as the server went down. I think there might have been another day, but I don't think I played another day. Actually, no, I think that might have been it. But it was after... Guys, Whistleblower Arc is highlighted. If you want to go watch it. Maybe we could do a watch party at some point, now that it's been brought up in character. But maybe I would not be able to, like, listen because I hate the sound of my own voice. But we'll see. But that could be a fun watch. Because the Whistleblower Arc was one of my favorites, I'll be honest. That was kind of crazy. Is this also highlighted from Kirby POV? Yeah. You keep playing these old clips. Sorry. Sorry. Right. Forehead. I think that's forehead. Uh-oh. 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 ADMC. That grey car's back over there. Dude, what the frick is going on? Doc's too confused to notice all of that. Should we park here? Park in the big red garage. I don't know to park out here. Guys, give Doc a bit of paranoia. The fuck is this place? Oh. 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 There's a building?
Hello?
Maggie, yeah.
Richard, where are you and what's wrong?
I'm okay. Are you? This might sound like a strange question, but are you are you having issues with some folks at the minute?
Issues with who, Richard? What's the matter?
There's a gray car circling around like the block on the opposite the hospital, and they're on the radio and stuff. And
Where are you? I'm coming to you, darling. Where are you? Tell me where you are.
I'm not worried about me, Maggie. I'm just giving you a heads up.
Wait a wee minute. Hey, I got Richard on the phone saying there's a grey car circling our block and they're on the radios. Right, where are you? And I'll come to you real quick, okay?
I'm in the courthouse parking lot. You know, the side one that's nearest the hospital.
I'm coming to you, sweetheart.
Maybe I'm mistaken, and maybe that's not your block. I don't know.
I'm in a tow truck. Where are you, Richard?
Yeah, I'm in this side parking lot next to the court, not the courthouse, the channel, yeah. Is this you guys over this way? Yeah.
Yeah, Richard, that is us.
I was about to walk down to see
Can you
this.
get back in the car? That would make me feel a lot better.
Okay.
Just sit in the car because you look like you're gonna fall down.
I sorry. I was about to go have a walk inside this DOJ building right here, and there was a car pulled up in reverse inside this. You can call it an alleyway. See this grey wall in front of us? If you look to the northeast, and it pulled up in the alleyway. I thought it was pulling up for me, but then it was looking towards your, I guess, block, and the driver was talking on the phone on the radio, and I'd
I'm
seen
across
it.
the road talking to Richard right now.
I was parked in the the back parking lot of the hospital.
I have a wrench, that's it.
I was parked in the back parking lot of the hospital for about 5 minutes. And it drove past about 3 or 4 times, up and down Capitol. So whoever it is circling in the block. You're not having issues with the besties, are you?
I couldn't tell you, darling.
I saw forehead in a black gauntlet, but I have no idea it was in the grey car. But they were definitely looking your direction and hiding behind the wall and on the radio. So I'd figured I'd give one of you a call.
Okay, we appreciate that, Richard.
I'm only doing what you all did for me. So
You want me to help you up to the courthouse, Richard?
there's some shooting going on, Maggie.
Oh my god.
Is everything okay? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Are you sure?
Yes, the radio is popping off, and I know what's going on, Richard. It's quite funny, to be honest with you.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Nobody's been shot at or hurt just yet, but everybody's kind of on guard. Okay.
All right. Well. Yeah, I'm just here to read some legislations.
Would you like me to help you inside?
No, I'm not an invalid
I
just yet.
don't. I don't mind.
I'm fine, Megan. Thank you though.
Richard, I'm offering to do it because I care about you.
I'm well aware of your intentions, but I'm fine, honestly. Thank you.
I really don't mind. I have nothing else better to do.
I know, but thank you anyway, Maggie. It was good to see you.